Hello and welcome. My name is N3 Vapor, but you can call me Vapor. And today we're going to talk about two PC setups and why you may want to move to one. Hey everybody and welcome. My name is Vapor. I stream on Twitch every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. Link is in the description below. You can also jump in our community Discord. In there, we have our stream help section where we answer questions about your streaming problems and concerns. And if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I put out videos twice a week covering streaming help and ways to better use your technology. Today, we're going to go through the three major ways that you can do a 2PC setup. You can go with a capture card. This is the HD60 Pro by Elgato. And there's a couple ways you can use that capture card. You can use the cloned method, or you can use the preview method. And we'll go through each of those for you. And then there's a third option that will not require a capture card. It is called NDI. And NDI is a plugin that you're able to utilize in OBS that allows over a network using a switch for you to be able to wirelessly transfer that video between PCs. Now, there's a lot of pros and cons to each of these, and we're going to kind of outline that as we go through it. You have a capture card like this, but you're limited by the resolution because you want to play in 1440p, or you want to play in 4K, or even just at a higher frame rate, whatever you're looking to achieve. For that, we're going to use the preview method. And how this is going to work is you're going to have your capture card hooked up. You're going to run a output to it off of your graphics card into your capture card. So your capture card's sitting in your stream PC. You have an output out of the HDMI or display port out of your gaming PC, and it's running into the capture card on your stream PC. Okay? You follow me? So your gaming PC is picking up the capture card as being a monitor at this point, and the stream PC is receiving that signal. So what we're going to do in that scenario is we are going to right-click on your preview menu, and then you're going to do a full screen projector preview, and you're going to move that to the capture card signal. That will then allow you to take that preview and scale it to whatever you need it to be, and you can still game at your higher resolution. So that's one of the options you can go with. So if you're playing in 1440p and 144 hertz or 4K, any other resolution that's higher than about 1080p 60, you're going to need a capture card that's going to support that. Elgato has a few options out there, and there's many other options out there. I personally use the HD60S Plus. It captures in 1080p 60, but it allows higher resolution pass-through. So what that means with that higher resolution pass-through is I can still game in 1440p 144 hertz. That's how I play. But the capture card is going to send a signal to my stream PC at 1080p 60 for me. So that makes it a very great card to utilize for that solution. The second option is going to be the way I run my PC today. And that is using a capture card, and you're going to clone it to your signal. For that, you're going to right-click on your desktop and choose the video control panel. This will take a second to open up. From here, we're going to go to set up multiple displays. Here, we'll make it full size. Set up multiple displays. Now, mine's already cloned because this is actually how I'm capturing this video right now, is it's going to my stream PC. But if we were going to do this, let's see with display number 3, we right-click on it, clone, and then we would clone it with 1 and 2. And that is going to make it where these are sending the exact same signal out. So anything that happens on this gaming display is going to go to my capture card, and my capture card will pick it up. Okay, so the third option, and this one's really unique. I streamed with it for probably about a year and a half or so, whenever I first switched to a 2PC setup before the HD60S Plus came out, which was the capture card I chose to go with. It is called NDI. Now, NDI is a free plugin for OBS. And good news for you Streamlabs OBS people, it's already pre-installed in Streamlabs OBS. So if you're running that software, you're good to go on your streaming PC side. You just download Streamlabs OBS and you're set. So to start with setting up NDI, we're first going to navigate over to Google. We're going to search for OBS NDI plugin, and then we're going to click on the very first link, or just click on the link below in the description. With this, we're going to go and we're going to click on Go to Download in the top right-hand corner. From here, we're going to navigate and we're going to find the latest version, which is going to be this Windows install.exe. I have that already installed, so I'm not going to install it a second time here. But you'll just kind of click through the standard process. You'll have to relaunch OBS after the install because it's going to overwrite some files in your OBS folder. Now that we have NDI installed on not only our gaming PC, but our streaming PC, it's time to get to work. So from here, I've got a blank scene, and we are going to go and first name our gaming PC. So this is my gaming PC. I'm going to go to Tools, and I'm going to go to my main output. You're going to have to check this box. It will not be checked by default. This is turning on your NDI feed for you. So for that, I'm going to name it my gaming PC. Now, I've already done the same thing on my stream PC. So I'm going to actually bring in my streaming PC's feed right now. So we're going to right click, add a new source, and we're going to go down, and now you're going to see NDI source. That would not have been there before. So we're going to pull this in as Stream PC. And we're about to get real Inception-y real quick, because we're going to go, and right here is my Stream PC. It's labeled. And boom, Inception just happened. So that brought in the source. I'm going to turn that off now so we don't have to stare at that for a second. But here's the thing to know. Now anything that is happening on that on whatever you're capturing on your gaming PC that you brought in will show up here. So whatever that source may look like is how you're going to grab that. So that's as easy as it is to set up NDI. It's also going to send over a NDI audio signal, so you don't have to worry about moving audio across your devices. In order for this to work the best, you're going to want both of your PCs to be wired and preferably on the exact same switch or network so that they have as little transfer time as possible. So for me, I run it through a Netgear switch, something very similar to this. It's got multiple inputs and outputs. You're going to need one coming in from your router or from another switch for your primary internet line. And then you're going to need an output running to each of your PCs. This technically can work over Wi-Fi, but I do not advise it. You will most likely run into a lot of problems if you do this over Wi-Fi. It just comes with the territory. Now, let's talk about some of the downsides to all these different solutions. First, with the clone solution I talked about, the one I used today, the biggest downside to that solution is anything that pops up on your gaming monitor is going to be seen on the capture. So you can't just capture the game and send that to the capture card in this scenario. You are limited to that. So if you are someone who's sending a lot of messages through like your Steam overlay or something of that nature, and you don't want it to be shown, you're going to need to be hyper aware of that situation. Secondly, with the scenario of the preview window, there's room for error. You're having to run OBS on two PCs. Something can act up. That preview window could be an issue. You could, since it is looking at it as just being a monitor, something else could pop up on that monitor. You could open a window or accidentally drag something onto it, and it could be a little bit troublesome. You're always going to be able to see that over on your Stream PC's OBS preview, but just be aware there's still some issues there. With the NDI, there's a little bit of signal fall off. The game's not quite as crisp as it would be with a capture card. That's just part of the scenario of it having to send it over Ethernet. The better network you have it plugged into, and I'm not talking about your internet speed, the better hardware it's running through, if you're running it through a good switch and you've got Cat6 or higher cabling, you're going to have a little bit better signal in that scenario. And the downfall for both the preview window and NDI is in this scenario, you're still running OBS on 2 computers. You're having to run OBS to run that preview window, and you're also having to run OBS for the NDI transfer. To take that load down, there's a couple things you can do. One is on your gaming PC, right-click on your preview window and disable that preview window. That's going to take a lot of extra resources for no reason. You don't need that. You can still project your preview onto another screen, and that's not a big deal for the projection side, but you don't need to have 2 additional preview windows. The second thing is, when you launch OBS on your gaming PC, right-click on it, run it as administrator. That makes a world of difference as far as ensuring that you have a solid, clean signal running. What it will do is it will prioritize OBS. That way, when you enter a graphically demanding session in the game, whether that's, killing 1,000 enemies in Doom or, shooting a flacker in Borderlands 3, doesn't really matter. And your GPU starts struggling and your CPU's working hard, it's still going to give enough resources to keep your signal solid. And the other downfall to NDI, just so that you're fully aware, is there is a slight delay. You're going to need to go in and tune your camera and your microphone and add a little bit of delay within OBS to those to match your gameplay. That way the audio and your video and everything will link up properly. You can just add in 100 milliseconds or whatever it may be that you need. That's what I did to get mine all timed together. And I'm going to put a clip right here that will show what it will look like if it's desynced. I've got some desync audio and video from when I was first using NDI. Yep, that just happened. And with that, we've done a high-level overview on how to set up a 2PC streaming setup with both a capture card and without a capture card. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, or join us on Twitch, where I stream every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. Links in that description right below us. Another great option is you can join the stream help section of our Discord, where I'll field your questions personally and help make sure that you have the smoothest stream possible. With that, I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye. Okay, so we have our capture card. We're all set up and ready to go with that. Really? Streamer mode turned off. That's really unfortunate. And now Discord's going berserk. Oh my god. Please, streamer mode.